Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Bonkekook here, aka the Lonely Achievement God. And today we are continuing our pause glitch playthrough of Wilmot's Warehouse that will eventually also show off re-rolling deliveries. Once again, we are just waiting for a finch or a banana to show up, because it'll be easier to explain what we are trying to do if one of those does. But if not, I will be displaying how to use the pause or delivery reroll method to start part 6 of this playthrough. So, to start the final year, essentially. So once again, if you've been watching throughout so far, you will know I'm not going to be talking much throughout this playthrough anymore. I will be interjecting when grouping items come in on deliveries or when we get to upgrade screens, but I have explained just about everything you need to know as we go through this game. So we're just going to jump right back in and get moving, and I will pop back in when my input is necessary. That is another pill achievement, or a grouping. That is for the Arboretum grouping. That is an apple core for a grouping. And they disappointed us by not giving us all 4 items related to a grouping. So, need to go all the way down in here. This is the only real problem with the sorting method, but that's why I leave the avenues and columns open on each side. And then the apple. Bring these up. I think this will end the Arboretum. Yep, it does. So we're done with the Arboretum, and we will return them to nature where they belong, forgotten in this pile of items. And we'll replace their grouping with the apples. And return down here to sort things. Just real quick, I don't really, I have kind of a pattern to how I sort things, but it really doesn't matter all that much. You will, when you start pulling items out of the deliveries, this will not be even anymore. It's up to you how far down you want to go to sort or consider part of this sorted, you know? Because, like, we took 2 or 3 blocks out, so it's going to start being uneven. Just do whatever you want as the deliveries keep coming in. That is thread for the haberdashery achievement, which we already got. And nothing else is noteworthy. We will not have any stars, or enough stars to purchase anything, so you can just get back to work. None of those items are needed for a grouping. That will be 88 items and another achievement. If, as I said, I already got that one. We got a nut, that would be in the hardware, but we already have that, and nothing else is useful to us. And unfortunately, this is what starts to happen. And we're not even halfway through the game, so we do have plenty of time for grouping items to show up, but I mean, I think we have about 16 of the hardware items of the not even 100 items that we've gotten in, which is kind of proves my point about how the game handles deliveries that I go over with my explanation of re-rolling. The game just does not always... It's not an equally random process to decide what items are coming in on the next delivery. I mean, I think it has to be that way. But it seems to prioritize items that are in groupings you already have, and I mean, how could it not after seeing we've already gotten like all of the hardware items before item 100, you know? None of those are in a grouping. Trumpet is part of the music grouping. I believe that's a suit of armor helmet, but I'm not entirely sure. But that is also part of the hats grouping. That is part of the hats grouping as well. The little, I think it's like a sun hat or something. And that is a wheel, so we got 4 different items for our groupings there. So I know we don't have a music item yet, so we'll just put that down there. I believe the wheel is over here. Yep. And I don't think we have room for hats yet either. So hats will just go up here. And now we go sort. So we are almost halfway through the game exactly here. The game ends a little bit earlier than you expect. It ends to start November of 2001 instead of at the end of the year. But so I would grab the other pillar at the bottom there. It is entirely up to you, whatever you choose to do. I don't know, was that faster than doing it the other way? Guess we'll find out when we play back the video, huh? Oh, shoot. The little yellow hairpiece there is part of the hat grouping. And I call that the hexic tile that just came in. It is part of the haberdashery achievement, which we already got, so. Excuse me. I don't know if you heard me, but I apologize regardless. So we are almost done with part 3 of the playthrough. We just have a couple more deliveries coming in, and then we will be moving on. Unfortunately, we have not gotten any of the bananas or finches yet. That is a trident for the in the sea grouping. So we will go and grab that. There's item number 108, which would be our 5th story achievement. Keep in mind, you do not get one at 128. The next story achievement is at 148, as your boss is out of town at item 128. So we need to come down here and grab the trident. But again, we are starting to run out of time with how many of these groupings we have. You know, we need to start finishing off a couple of these, or else we're going to have all these unfinished groupings by the end of the game. You may get lucky. The first time I tested this theory to get from 0 gamer score to 1,000, I got half of the groupings in the first playthrough, so 11 of them. But the second time I tested this, I only got 5. So Obviously, with everything in this game, the reliance on RNG could mean that you never... Well, I mean, it will mean that you never line up with exactly what I do, but, you know, I probably estimate that you won't get any less than 5. Or more than 11, but you never know. Nothing to purchase. We are at the stock take, and this will bring us to the end of part 3. I appreciate you guys sticking with me so far. As I said, these parts are getting significantly faster because there's nothing else to do. We only have 3 more years left. And the only thing that will make any of these videos longer is if we wind up getting a banana or a finch. So if you see part 4 lasts 30 minutes, there's a good chance we ran into a banana or a finch and I'm showing off how to reroll deliveries. Otherwise, it's probably going to be about, you know, about what we're at now, about 16 minutes or so. So, again, I will let you guys know what part that shows up in. It's going to depend on if we get a banana or a finch, because it would be easier to demonstrate with those blocks. But thanks for hanging out with me, guys and gals, and I will see you next time.